Hello everyone and welcome back. This is just a continuation of me losing battles and wanting to try wanting to try and fix the issues that I'm having. So the last time, anyone, if you watched my last video, you would have seen I had Basti double charm, and then I kept running into trouble with other Basties and others like Stunfisk and stuff. So I was like, well, this isn't really going well for me. I need to change again. So then I brought in Obsta because we have counter, we have cross chop, and like that's totally fine. You know, I can definitely use an Obsta that has these moves, but I definitely do prefer to have like a hyper beam or a gung shot. And I'm just going to mention, if you do hear a beep noise in the background, that is my fire alarm. I need to change the batteries in it, and I don't know how. Well, I do know how. Well, I kind of know how. I don't really know how, and I tried and I couldn't do it, so I need to wait for my brother to come to my house and change the batteries in it because it keeps beeping at me. And this audio, I was actually supposed to record to release the video yesterday, but it's actually coming out today now, even though I'm only recording it today, because I have something else recorded that I also need to do audio for. And everything's kind of just building up now. And the funny thing is, if you can't hear the beep, that's even funnier because I've just spent about half a minute talking about the beep. But whatever, it's fine. We know I ignore the battles now at this stage. This is nearly like a podcast of random information that I give people with Pokemon battles in the background. Not entirely sure if there's a niche for this or not. But look, here we are, okay? People ask me a lot like to stream and stuff, and unfortunately I just can't seem to stick to that at the moment. It's just a bit tricky for me because the time I would need to stream is the evening time for me, and then it's generally when I have other stuff to be doing as well, like catching up with friends and everything. And it is a shame, but it's just one of those things, like what can you do, you know? You need to find the balancing, and this balances it for me. Okay, we get to watch some really shit plays and I talk crap, and eventually every now and then talk about the battles, so it's fine. We're 2.5 minutes in and I don't think I've mentioned Pokemon, or have I can't remember. Anyway, there's a G-Fisk. What's it gonna do? It earthquakes me, and then they come in with this thing and I swap out. And there's the alarm again, and I swap out and I'm just going to charm it and I'm just going to weather ball it. I wonder if I'm trying to get rid of shields or something. I think that's actually what I was doing. Yeah, I know that seems like maybe it's the wrong thing. It's highly likely that is the wrong thing, but I think the Umbreon was still in the back, is there? And that's why I conserved the I could have kept the charmer too. Sure, look, this is how the battle goes. I know this is like a 0.5 HP win because he gets to his move just now. I think he's going to last resort me, and just watch. I have literally the most tiny fragment of health left on Obsta, and I get to land the cross chop on it to win. In fairness, I did actually have some success with this team. I know it's a degen team. I'm not going to be the person here who's like pretending I have no clue that these are degen teams. They're all degen teams. Like every single team I use is degen. My team for Remix Cup, which I had some success with as well, and I have recorded, and I just also need to make the audio, but as I explained, I'm just a little bit behind right now. That's like just a little bit spicy. It's not even Mimi. It's Mimi, but it's not like degen, which is unusual for me. It's just a little bit of spice, so we can all do it a little bit of spice, right? This dude gets to the rock slide here, doesn't he? Yeah, I remember that made me so sad. I was like, oh. But anyway, moving on. Oh, these are also a continuation from Battle Night. Battle Night was this big saga of how I started wanting to beat Umbreon, and then I got to this point. After this, don't worry, it went severely downhill. I decided to run Dialga in Ultra League. But unfortunately, I didn't record the one battle that I won. I just did one set and I went 1-5. That's a lie. I went 1-4. And unfortunately, that was the only battle I didn't record. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just make a short for it. And then I was like, or not, because, you know, I forgot to press the record button. I literally have one job to do, and I forget that sometimes. I know the battle that's happening right now, I got pure clapped by that Beedrill. I remember seeing it and being like, oh shit, this thing is destroying me. What the hell? And there were so many shadow polytoads. I was going to call them angry polytoads. They're not angry polytoads. They're just shadow. And then many Nidoqueen on battle night. It was actually kind of, what can I say? Like, I respect people wanting to win. This is not me dissing about winning. Like, I'm using double charm, which can really destroy an awful lot of teams, but it's a low brain usage team. You just tap, you don't really do anything. And there was actually a lot of like difficult battles that I encountered in Go Battle Night, which like it's not that it's a bad thing. And I always feel there's a lot of talk about Go Battle Night. Like, some people tank down to very low elos just so they can get easy wins. And then others try hard, and then nobody's happy. You know, nobody's happy with the people who tank. Nobody's happy with the people who try hard. Not that I'm dissing the people who try hard, just I had a lot of like, had to use my brain battles. That guy just quit though, so I got a win there, which was cute. But it was just one of those things where I actually didn't have the stamina for Go Battle Night, unfortunately, just because like there was just too much, for me personally, there was just kind of too much going on, where I just needed to think more than would have been ideal. I think that I shouldn't have shielded here. I shouldn't have shielded there, because he got to the second body slam, so it was effectively a waste of a shield, you know, but sure, what can you do? Yeah, like, I'm not dissing on people trying, but for me personally, I was just having battles where I was like, you know, when you just want to troll and you just want to have fun, like, you don't really want to be using your brain, like, that's fine for your few sets, but when you go into like +5 sets, you're kind of like, okay, can the Nidoqueens please just leave me alone, thank you. And then I was nearly wanting to counter Nidoqueens, and I was like, right, this is all just blowing so crazy out of hand. But yeah, I know that can be a controversial topic, and I don't really want to air into any of that, because people argue about this stuff on Twitter, and I just feel like I'm not getting involved in any of this, okay? Yeah, this is not my thing. I'm not fighting over a Pokemon game. I just like to meme. I just like to have fun, to be honest with you. That's a freaking Pelipper. I don't even remember this battle, to be honest. I wonder how late this is. Like, there's a delirium that comes with Go Battle Night that's so funny. Like, I mainly stream this with my friend, and we have like so many like jokes now, inside jokes from Go Battle Night, because we're so tired and delirious from playing this game, our tap game, that like we say the silliest of things. Nothing ever makes sense, and we just have so many jokes, and it's so funny. Like, as much as on the night I'd be so exhausted, because the stream generally lasts for like 6 hours. By the end of it, like, realistically, I've had a good time, because, you know, I've spent time with my friends and whatever, and we generally do have a good time doing this. And like, as much as it's ridiculous, like, it's always funny. My voice cracked because I was trying not to cough, and I'm not editing that out, so we're just gonna have to live with it, okay? But yeah, sloppy stuff about my friends over for now. That stupid alarm is going to drive me insane. If nobody can hear it, that's even funnier again. But anyway, I think we're coming up maybe onto the last battle here, and this is always the time I need to focus and try to remember to say goodbye before I rush into the last few seconds. Here we have a Basti, but at least we baited it out, because I swapped, which is, you know, I would class this as growth for me, honestly, because sometimes I do the stupidest of things. So we're obviously going to come back in with Obsta. I'm just going to start punching it. I think I'm going to conserve my shields for the Goon, because my Ninetales is not going to have any sort of a matchup against this, but he lets it go, so I don't have to go down onto 2 shields. I tried to swap out there, which didn't work for me. I get out now, and then he has a Meganium, and the issue is he has got 2 shields still at this stage. So there's, unfortunately, I don't really think an awful lot I can do with this battle. There was some wins in there. Granted, I didn't comment on any of them, but they were there. And honestly, fair play to anyone who actually paid attention to the video, because this is probably confusing as hell. But we're coming to the end now, and I'm going to say thanks again for watching, and catch me the next time on my video. Bye.